Well, if you were outside at all today, you probably noticed that it stayed pretty dry, but pretty hot. I had someone come up to me and say, you know, it's a beautiful day out there. Just don't think about the heat. It was a rather hot day because of the dry conditions. We have an outflow boundary to our north, and that might be able to initiate a few storms as it moves southward. That's basically the air out of collapsing thunderstorms to our north. Out on Highway 84, just to the north of there, there's a little cell in central Houston County, but shouldn't be too long-lived. And as we do head into the overnight hours, our rain chances will be going away, but the humidity is going to be staying with us. Temperatures now in the lower 90s, 85 degrees for Troy because of a thunderstorm just to your north, 80s for the Panhandle, still in the mid-90s almost for Bonifay. As far as the dew point temperatures, that's the measure of how much moisture is in the air. The higher these are, that means there's more water in the air, and that means tonight it's going to stay pretty mild. And we do have an onshore flow down to the south, so that is going to be bringing in more moisture off the Gulf of Mexico, and that's going to be the fuel we need for showers and storms to develop over the weekend. And once they are here, especially on Sunday, pretty high storm chances are expected. Those high temperatures are just going to be in the upper 80s, and that trend will continue into next week with elevated rain and storm chances for the next 7 days. Each of the next 7 days features rain chances. This weekend, Sunday, 70% for Sunday, and then as we head into Monday, things will start to taper off a bit, anywhere between 40 and 50% for Tuesday and Wednesday. And the main reason why the rain chances are increasing is because there's a lot of moisture in the air. The water vapor imagery looks at how much water is in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, where you see these brighter greens and teal colors. That's where there's a lot of moisture and a lot of storms developing already along a stationary boundary that's just to our northeast, and that's going to be settling in over the next couple of days and really helping those storms to develop. For tomorrow, the primary threat for the storms will be to our north, and it will settle down over the Wiregrass as we do head into Sunday for the most part. But for tonight, we're going to keep things mainly dry. Temperatures in the 80s early on, 70s as we head past midnight, and then tomorrow morning likely in the middle 70s as you head out the door. And then it's after lunchtime when we could be seeing some pockets of some pretty heavy rain, even down in the Panhandle along the sea breeze front into the early evening. We'll still be tracking some of that. And then Sunday, starting out mostly dry, cloud cover will be with us. And then as we do head into the afternoon hours, we'll have the widespread showers and storms, and depending on the timing of when they do set up, that could bring that high temperature down a little bit for us for some locations. A little closer to home for tonight, staying pretty dry for us, a bit of cloud cover out there filtering out the starlight for us, and as we head into the overnight hours, that cloud cover is going to stay pretty persistent. And then tomorrow morning, pretty thick by lunchtime, and then it's after lunch when those showers and storms will be developing. Could have some pockets of some pretty heavy rain, and depending on how hot it is able to get before the storms develop, they're a little bit later in the afternoon. Some of them might be on the stronger side with the more intense afternoon heat, but otherwise we don't expect severe storms in our forecast. As far as the rain forecast, some spots are going to see some pretty nice totals as we head through Sunday, maybe over 1.5 inches for some of us. Certainly don't set those numbers in stone, but it gives us an idea that it is going to be a soggy weekend at times. For tonight, 76 degrees for that low temperature. The next 7 days, so those rain chances stay with us. Upper 80s as we head into the second half of the weekend, next week as well, with slightly lower storm chances. So it's a nice change from where things happened, where it was pretty dry and pretty hot. Some of the hottest temperatures we saw all summer happened